Free of the toy gods, any pile of action figures with Thanos stacked on top of them is officially a diorama. So legends are out of control, but today we're going to focus on the Black Series piles of shame. 6 DTOF shelves, so the middle and prime highlighted Star Wars shelf should just be Empire Strikes Back figures. So first thing I want to do is look through the figures that are in the DTOF and just make sure they all check out. But then what we'll do is we'll look through these piles of shame and other piles we have and pull out any other Empire Strikes Back figures to then put into that DTOF. This is Star Wars Original Trilogy. So anything that has to do with the original trilogy that isn't Empire Strikes Back. Return of the Jedi, A New Hope. Alright, that all checks out. Except for Boba, I gotta double check that. The final top shelf is my Clone Wars display. So everything in here should be from the Clone Wars show. I know I have some clones that I can pick off, and I probably will just for space reasons. My highlight figures are going to be Obi-Wan and Anakin, and then maybe Ahsoka fighting Maul. This is my Rebels shelf. We could add a few clones to it. The shelf is definitely sparse as we don't have as many figures, but I do love the show and the figures from it. This is the Mando shelf. So anything that's touched the Mandoverse trilogy is on this shelf. Definitely have others sitting in the pile that we're going to want to add. I really love the figures from the Mandoverse so far. Let me know in the comments below which one is your favorite. The shelf next to it is the trilogy shelf, which has one clone half standing and everybody else is fallen and can't get up. We'll definitely be borrowing or rightfully grabbing some clones from here and then adding them back into the shelf once I stand and organize everything. Third shelf down center, and remember, oh look at those piles. Oh boy. Marvel's going to be a project. Third shelf down has been gaming grades or extended universe figures. So some of them have fallen and can't get up as well. Next to that is Solo and Rogue One figures. Another great group, underrated group of figures. And then here is All Potential. Looks like they're from some Imperial propaganda. And then we got the Cantina set and some more Black Series figures, and then a hodgepodge of Legends of Black Series. So why don't we start here and let's get these out. We'll start organizing all the loose figures and then we'll get them placed into their rightful DTOF shelves. Shame can come in many forms. Some have Marvel Legends and Black Series with fully built Lego sets. This just happens to be my El Guapo. Alright, let's look through here for any Black Series figures we could add to the sorting pile. And already seeing a few. It's Jyn Erso's Stan. Alright, let's go. We'll get another pile of figures in this corner. See a bunch of Legends on top. Let's see if there's any Black Series. Oh yeah, I want a Wanga. Please subscribe to the Nerdery because at some point I will be decluttering my piles of shame for my Marvel Legends. We're going to sort this massive pile of Black Series shame into the same sections I just showed you from the DTOF. Then we'll see how many figures we have for each theme section of the DTOF and realign as necessary. Ready, set, go. Misa wanna go over here. So we're generally just moving things in piles as we get stuff sorted. Although that's weird bib. Where does weird bib go? Does he go towards the end, towards the Mando show? I think he does go towards the Mando show. This is Rogue One, Solo, Rogue One, Rogue One, Solo, Rogue One. It's an old code, but it checks out. Original Trilogy. Oh, video game. Alright, so video games. Cal Kestis, I'm going to put to the side. Alright, this Flame Trooper is from Mando, so you're going to the side. Moff Gideon. His little blaster fell out. You shall go to the side. This one you could either put in Clone Wars or you could put in Mando. But since my Clone Wars is going to be way too crowded, Bo-Katan's going to go in the Mandoverse display. Mandoverse, Mando is definitely Mandoverse. These rocks go with Jyn Erso. Empire Strikes Back, Empire Strikes Back for original trilogy. There's only one figure going in the prequel trilogy, a decent amount into the original. I'm amazed with how many are going into the solo Rogue One, and then here is Gamer Mandoverse. Break these down even further. These are Empire Strikes Back, Empire Strikes Back, and then here's the Boba. This is Return of the Jedi Boba. And that the one that was in the case is Empire Strikes Back. Ooh, I'm missing one of his flames. I'm sure I'll find that on the floor over there. I'm going to put Admiral Piet in Empire Strikes Back on instinct. I might be wrong. So he's in the Empire Strikes Back pile. Princess Leia from A New Hope goes in the original trilogy pile, as does this. So Mandoverse gets sorted out just by itself here. That Stormtrooper goes into Mandoverse, and then this goes into Mandoverse as well. Then up here we've got Rogue One, Solo figures, and then Cal Kestis Gamer figure. The Empire Strikes Back shelf currently has 15 figures on it, and we just need to add 4 more from the piles of shame. So we have almost all of the bounty hunters, except for Dengar, whose archive is pre-ordered. We will definitely put all the bounty hunters up in a row. We got everyone's favorite protocol droid, and we got 19 in the Empire Strikes Back display, which now must be properly sorted and staged. Make that 20 figures in the Empire Strikes Back display. Put Boba right up front. Oh, no, I dropped his cups. Currently have 17 figures in the original trilogy shelf. Let's make a little bit of room and add 4 more. Wanawanga! No! Oh, I did such a good job moving everything. Of course, this bib doesn't want to stand. Oh, no! Princess Leia, Boba Fett, and Medal Ceremony Leia, which can't stand, so I'm gonna place her against Bib Fortune. No figures to add to the Clone Wars display, which is pretty full right now with 18 figures. Leia has 12 figures in it with none to add for now. My Mando shelf currently sits at 13 figures with 6 more to add to it. Plus, I still have to open Ahsoka and the client, really meaning I have to add 8 more to it, which should make this a real pack DTOF. So for now, I'm just going to load the figures on here and probably just lay them into a pile of shame on top of each other until I can pull them all out and do a design from scratch. Maybe I can make them all fit. Mando front and center. Check him out. He's so cool. No. You know what? I can fit them all on right now. And then the worst standing figure of all time, Boston Space Guy. Just gonna lay him there. We now have 19 figures in the display and still have to add 2 more. So once I open those 2, I'm gonna pull all these figures out, dust it off, and set it up properly. Just like the Republic, these Black Series figures have fallen. So far we have Grievous, Droid, Kit Fisto, 501st, Padme, Plo Koon, Dooku. Yeah, why not throw Obi-Wan and Anakin? This is not final display. I'm just getting them all in so they're not all falling over, so I have an idea of what I have for each one of these shelves in the DTOF. Qui-Gon right up there. Mace Windu just like that up front. And the true Sith Lord behind it all, Darth Jar Jar Binks.
Mr. Hood, so happy you put me in front of your display!
Jar Jar, it's just so when you fall, you don't topple everyone over, just yourself. We now have 13 figures in the prequel trilogy display. I definitely think I can grab a few clones from the Clone Wars, add them in there, and I think that'll round out the display nicely when I finish it. Please subscribe to see the final build of the prequel trilogy display, as well as the other DTOF shelves. The Gaming Great shelf is in rough shape. Let's straighten it out and add Cal Kestis to it. Lined up so we could take count of our assets here. See, I was picking up Inquisitors before it was cool. top it off with Cal Kestis. 13 figures in the Gaming Great Shelf right now. I do have several more that need to be offered to the Toy Gods. So once those are opened up, I will reconfigure this entire shelf and give it an epic design featuring Cal Kestis versus the second system. I lied. I have 2 left. Kirkanos and then Troop. Nice. Looks even better now. Now we're at 15 total with a couple more to be opened. I currently have 18 figures in my Solo/Rogue One display. We're going to add 6 more to it, making it my largest display with 24 figures. Jyn Erso, Dryden Voss from Solo, Bodhi Rook, Faze Malbus. Oh, is he going to stand? He does. Okay. Perfect. Chirrut Imwe. We'll close it out with Rio sitting up front. Man, I can't believe how many figures I have from these 2 movies. They're awesome. I really love this display. It's a shame that it's 3rd row down. That's how good the figures are. Even Moloch is a good figure. Only 2 figures on this shelf. I'm going to draft Django and put him into my Prequel Trilogy shelf. As of right now, I don't have a plan for this shelf. Backing out, you can see where it sits in the greater scheme of things. And then I still have the shelves below it. It feels good to have it generally organized and have the figures standing up and put on the right shelves. Please subscribe to see me organize each shelf individually and properly sort the figures to tell a story, as well as start to tackle the organization of my Legends piles of shame. I'm going to start putting figures that are in my pile of shame that I need to open on this DTOF shelf. Let's see what other ones I should throw in there. Darth Revan, yep, I definitely need to open that one. Obi-Wan from Revenge of the Sith, 100% need to open that one. Umbra Operative ARC Trooper, yep, that's another opener. We'll round that out with the Client, and my greatest defense to the Toy Gods for not making it a humble sacrifice yet, Ahsoka.